That was. But the bottom line is he's part of the top of the landscape there with Michael Strahan, and I think that's great for him, considering he missed some time. All right, let's go out to Ron in Duquesne. Ron, what's going on, man?
I want to say, Chris, you just said the most powerful thing that nobody's paying attention to. If Ben Roethlisberger can get them guys to believe and rally behind him, I like the Steelers' chances of beating Kansas City. And I say that because when they played them the first time, they really didn't have nothing to play for. They got nothing to lose. Thank you.
Well, there's no question it's house money, and I guarantee you they'll be playing that card 13-point underdogs in this game, and they should be 13-point underdogs. But I will say this position they're in could suit them well. The key, though, no matter what you say about how their defense has to perform, Chris, their offense has got to score more than 13, 16, 19 points. Mike Tomlin said that the last time, and they only scored 10. They need 30. The question is, how are you going to get 30 out of these guys?
Prayer, I don't know. A couple,
turnover,
honestly, a defensive touchdown in short fields would go a very long way. I mean, the one game where they got 37 on the Chargers, it was because of short fields and turnovers and everything else. So that's obviously got to be a massive component of it. But their best talent as a team is survival, right? And I think Mike Tomlin's best posture as a coach is when people really don't believe his team can do it, because I do think he harnesses that dynamic and uses it to motivate his team well. But they're a 13-point dog for a reason. I mean, they are not good. When you just look at the basic numbers and then you look at the eye test, Bob, they are just not a good team on either side of the ball. They'll show flashes on defense. They'll stitch together a drive here and there. Oh, and by the way, if Najee Harris isn't healthy and is really compromised, they're in huge trouble. But they're just not consistent enough on either side of the ball to make me feel like Ron did about them. Just because they believe even when the chips are down, that's a totally different scenario against Kansas City.
But I'm telling you right now, I'll take the points. I love points. I always love points. But especially in a game like this, I think the second time around, they will make it closer. Somehow, some way. I don't know how. But all it takes is a couple of bad plays. The Chiefs had turned the ball over at an alarming rate, especially Mahomes in the first 5 games of the season. And then they calmed down, and it's changed. But I saw their game against Denver on Saturday, Chris. I saw a team that didn't look sharp in a lot of different areas, and Denver, quite frankly, had them on the ropes. And that's a team that didn't make
But Denver's the number 1 defense in the league, though. I mean, that's apples to oranges. Denver's got a great defense.
I think the Steelers defense, when it plays its best, can be. I thought their secondary was as good as I've seen all season long in this past game. But again, it's Tyler Huntley.
I was going to say, I can always come up with caveats here. They've got to play 2 high safeties and just pray that Mahomes makes mistakes, but that's what the Chiefs remedied. They knew that was their problem. They buckled down. They said, hey, wait a minute. We can beat teams just throwing underneath. If Kelsey's there, they're just going to torture the Steelers all day. I mean, did you see Devin Bush in this game still? I know we're happy that they won, but he was getting worked again.
No question. But I did see.
This is going to be very bad.
This is what, if you looked at what happened in this past game, now with the Ravens and their tight end, who was targeted, I think, 16 times, and they only had 8 catches. If you can contain, and you're never going to stop them, but if you can contain them to 3 points, to make it a little miserable, and then do something to get some points the other side. Again, it's a big assignment. But if you could do that, I think they can be in the game. Now it's time for our Go One Better number 1 Cochran call of the night. And we're going to go out to Dave in Carnegie. Dave, what's going on? And make it quick, please, if you don't mind, Dave.
Yeah, I'll go fast. What's up, Bob? What's up, Chris?
Hey.
Here's just maybe an unpopular take, but I just want to call out Corliss Waitman, the punter in the past 2 games, was pretty lights out. I feel badly what Harvin's gone through, but I don't know that they should have switched out the punter. He was the hot foot. What do you guys think?
I was surprised only because he was the hot foot. Chris?
I was a little bit surprised, but not especially so. I think they drafted Harvin. They're committed to him. I think they want to keep him. And I will say he got better as that game went on. He started off very poorly, but I did think that Harvin picked up his play later in that Ravens game. But I can understand what Dan's saying there and why you would feel, or Dave's saying there in Carnegie, excuse me, and why he would feel that kind of way.
But they did draft him. They believe in him, and I don't think they're going to give up on him either. We got to take a break here. We have Rob, we have Jerry, we have Rick. We got more calls on the way. You are watching and listening, if you're driving around on 93.7 The Fan, to the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, 7 nights a week on Pittsburgh CW.